What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. So first of all, I'm going to apologize because I forgot to bring my microphone on this trip, and I'm using my computer's microphone, which is never a great idea, but at this point, it's the best that we can do. So please forgive me for that. Let me hear how the audio sounds. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. All right, but just wanted to apologize for that in advance. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do the recap, and I'm going to share a few picks, and then we're going to continue from there. So let's just make sure that we got the people coming out here. Well, I'm not expecting everybody to be awake at this time, so but let's just make sure. Okay, yeah, so let's try the trick. See if that works today. All right, so let me just throw some of you guys up here. Clint Green, Dallas, HK Zone, Orlando, Bot Chewy. Hey, Rich, I bought your book and can't wait to read it. Thank you, brother. Shernine, I wouldn't miss it. I know you won't, Shernine. Thanks for being here. Kevin Johnson, KJ from Napa, and Christian said, hey, bro, I bought the book just now, but didn't get an email receipt. I'll take care of you tonight, bro. I just got back. So once I do the stream, I'm going to go and take care of you guys, send out the books and everything, okay? All right, so we're at 86 people. That's pretty good. So let's get started. So the picks from yesterday, first of all, we had Apple, Roku, eBay, Amazon. I'm going to start off with eBay because it was probably the best one of the day. And it was the best pattern, actually, that we discussed yesterday. So here we go. Let's look at this together. So we're going to hit the market replay, and we're going to talk about what we saw yesterday. So we had a very rare double inside bar pattern on eBay. So let's just zoom out here. You see we did have a few double inside bars on eBay, but like you can see, it's a pretty rare occasion. It doesn't happen too often, right? So you can see the highlights in blue, right? That's a double inside bar. So it doesn't happen too often. And normally when it happens, we can say that there's usually a move, right? There's usually a move. So that's basically what we're trying to use here is we're trying to use the previous patterns, the data, to help us to take probable plays. And if we just look at eBay right here, guys, we could see that for 2 days straight, we were just consolidating. We were just going sideways, and we were trapped within the range of the previous bar. And so what do you guys think that does to option premiums? So if we have a double inside bar, what do you think is happening to option premium over the course of these 2 days? What do you guys think? Is it increasing or decreasing? Is it decaying, or is the option premium getting higher? What do you guys think? So decay, great, right? So it's decaying. So basically, we have let me write this down. Let's go to the 5-minute chart, okay? So I want to write this down. So we have the first part is the prerequisite for screener, okay? So we're screening the stock. Oh shoot, we got Yassine in here. Let's shout out this man. What's up, Yassine? Thanks for joining. I really appreciate you being here. So thank you so much for being here, brother. All right. So the first thing we want to do when we're looking for plays the next day is we want to screen it. We want a prerequisite condition. And if we don't have a prerequisite condition, we can't take the trade. That's the rules that I follow. And the reason why I do that is because it narrows down my focus to a few stocks that fit my trading criteria. Okay, so hit me with a 1 if you guys prefer screening your stocks before you trade them, or hit me with a 2 if you just take whatever you see, like maybe something you see on Twitter, or you see something in the news, or you see earnings or something, and then you come and play those. So what do you guys do? Hit me with a 1 if you prefer like a prerequisite screening process. Okay, so I see a lot of 1s. So essentially what we're saying here is, look, we have a double inside bar. We've been consolidating for 2 days. We've been killing option premiums. Now coming today to the market, coming today to eBay, we're looking for a way to play it. Okay, and please remind me at the end of the stream to look at SPY, because SPY had a holy grail. Okay, so here we go. So the first 5-minute chart, we have the levels here. We're gonna hit play. Boom. Okay, so what's the first play that works right here? The first play is the breakdown of the trigger. Okay, so right after the open, we have the trigger right here. We break the trigger, taking this entry right here. This push down, guys, could easily be 50% return with puts. Very simple. Okay, then what's the next setup? We have the opening range breakout. So if you miss the trigger, you can take the opening range breakout. You wait for the first 5-minute bar to close. Here's a high, here's a low. We take the breakout. So we broke below the low and it went down there. You understand that one? Right? So we basically have the level. We have the opening range breakout, both winners to the downside. Okay? So here we go. We got a donation here. So let me read this. So we got $1.99 from Miku right here with the finger, the good finger. So appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I mean, it's just an amazing. This is just an amazing trade, guys. Sean Ludwig, my brother right here, Sean. Let's shout him out with the $2. Did you ever feel options were too hard to prefer stock? Yeah, definitely. At one point in my career, I vowed never to trade options again. But, you know, like I went through that where options were tough. I lost a lot of money, but through trading stocks, I learned just shares. I learned a lot. And the biggest thing that I learned was managing my risk, managing my money. And by managing your risk on options, that's actually it's pretty easy to control your risk with options, because whatever you put in the options is what you can lose. Whereas in stock, if you hold the shares and there's bad earnings, like let's say for Roku, for example, you hold Roku, they have bad earnings, the next day you're trapped, right? Whereas if you had options, the worst case scenario is it goes to zero. So, you know, it's a real, you know, I've grown as a trader. And at first, you know, we need to learn. We need to go through phases in order to learn. So right now, I'm actually very happy with options. And I'm going to talk to you guys also about one of the swings that I took. But anyways, let's proceed. So what was I talking about yesterday? So for those of you who are paying attention yesterday, for those of you who have the notepad out, we said that usually these stocks can see a morning reversal. Okay, so hit me with a 1 if you guys remember that. Right? Hit me with a 1 if you guys remember the morning reversal concept that I talked about. Okay, let me go into the Discord. So hold up, we got another donation here. We got a lot of donations tonight. Thank you guys. Thanks for all you do, first of all. And a question, do you have a script for Tradingview that shows the inside bars? I guess it's your first time here, brother, because we have the free golden trading wars indicators that you can just add to your chart. It highlights everything. All the patterns that I look for, it highlights it. This is what you have to do. Go to my pinned tweet right here. Click on this one. Okay. Then it's going to take you all the way down here. And what you want to do is you want to just add the free trading wars golden indicators. Okay. It has all the patterns in there. So you just come here. A kind friend of mine helped me to do this. So, I appreciate that very much. So all we have to do here is click add to favorite indicators and you'll have them on your chart. All right. So you're good to go, brother. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. So here we go. So back to where we were. So what I was saying here was basically we were talking about yesterday about the morning reversal. So we're saying usually 1 or 2 pushes down, 1 or 2 pushes in one direction, and then we can look for a reversal. So what's next? So, well, that was anticlimactic. Anyways, so here we go. So we have this foot push, boom, another push. And if you see this push, guys, you see this push is a vertical push. It's vertically down. So anytime we have such a big push down, what's the percentage drop here? Okay, boom. It's about a 4% drop. Anytime we have such a big percentage drop, you have to remember 2 things. There's going to be shorts that want to cover and make some profits down here. So anyone that took the triggers, the orb, they're going to want to take some profits. And you have to understand also that eBay is a blue chip stock that's you know, making all-time highs not too long ago. So because of that, you have to also expect that there's going to be dip buyers. But how do you get involved with the dip buy? Well, let's continue. What is this? Anybody know what that is? What is this? What do you guys think? So we got $2 right there from Srikant. Thank you very much, brother. Let me put them up on the screen. I don't know why my mouse is backwards today. Thank you. So we got the inside bar showing up right there. That's what my indicators do for you guys for free. It just says here IB. Okay, IB. So what does the inside bar mean? Inside bar means we're pausing, we're consolidating. It means that right now the buyers and the sellers don't know what to do. So the strategy that we use, very simply, we just take the breakout. If it breaks the high, we go long. If it breaks the low, we go short. Very, very simple, right? So continue. Okay, we open here, push down a little bit, then we break through the high. We're filled, boom, boom. That's about first and second targets right there. And then the rest is history. Okay, now look at that. That's what I'm talking about, guys. And what I was able to do now that I have the bot, if you go right here, we go to daily option picks. So right here, guys, that alert comes in right there, eBay inside bar. Just beautiful. Like, this is my masterpiece right now. I'm giving you guys the free indicators. For those of you that want the alerts, you know, come check me out. Like, you don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need the alerts at all. You can just use the free indicators and go for it. But for me, I have 4 or 5 picks per day. And instead of me sitting on the screen and clicking like this, I have the alerts. It comes up automatically. It lets me know what I need to look at. And I prefer that. I really, really prefer that, guys. Right? So that's it. Like, that's my legacy. Like, it's there. I have everything. I have the free golden indicators. I have the Discord bot. I have everything. Like, it's a science at this point. It's not gambling. It's not hope. It's not praying. It's science. Okay. So there we go. So that's eBay. So like I said, eBay was a 3 for 3. We had the level break. We had the orb break. We had the inside bar reversal. It doesn't get better than that. And like I tell you guys, right? After the first part of the day around 11, I'm out. I don't want to be in this. You see all of this? I don't want to be in this. This is chop. This is not going to make you money. You want to be in the pushes, the first part of the day. Okay? Let's move on. Apple. So hit me with a 1 if you guys understand that. Hit me with a 1. And then we'll continue. Can hit the market replay. Good. Thank you very much. Market replay right there. Boom. Apple, holy grail. Okay, so this is the holy grail. Trading Wars holy grail. We have an outside bar and an inside bar, right? So very nice setup. Go to the 5-minute. Okay, so Apple was a little bit tricky, but one of the things that I teach you guys is using the Fibonacci of the range, right? To extend and project the range. So let's go in here. Where's my fib? There we go. So I'm going to project this low to high like this. Okay. There we go. So first bar, boom. Okay, so let me pull this across. Actually, I can just extend, I think. Style, extend left, extend right. Okay. So we go ahead, we break the low, trigger fails. Okay, that's going to be a loser. Then we have the inside bar pause, and then we have this right here, which was a false breakout. So Apple was probably the most difficult because there was a lot of fake outs, right? We had the false breakdown, we had the inside bar, another false breakdown. But anytime we start getting false breakdowns, you have to remember that a lot of shorts are going to be trapped. Like, if anyone took short here, they're trapped. If anyone took this inside bar short, they're trapped. And then that's why we get this beautiful reversal, right? So sometimes you have to take your losses and move on, right? That's why we have 4 picks, because if it's not going to work on this one, it's okay. We can move to the next one, right? So definitely hard for Apple. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that there's some amazing way to do it. You can see clearly that Apple reversed at both of the trigger points, and that's going to happen sometimes. So that's why it's actually more important to manage your risk than at the setup. The setup doesn't matter. What matters is when you lose, you better lose a fraction. So let's say you took Apple here, you got beat up, you lost $100, but you made 200 on eBay. That's how it's done. That's how you have to trade as a professional. Okay. I was almost, so we got a $5 right here. Is this Canadian? We're getting a lot of Canadian donations today. Wonder what time it is in Canada. I was almost drowning in my option trading and I found you. You saved my trading, brother. Thank you, brother. That makes me happy. That's why I come on at this time, guys. It's 11:30. I could be sleeping right now. But I come on because I know I'm gonna change a few lives every single day. What's your exit point? Exit points, like I say, once you hit 25% or above in return, you start scaling out. So it depends on how much contracts you have. That's what you got to do. Okay. So yeah, so this one, and when you have this type of price action, you have a break down and a break above. What does that create? An outside bar. See that? That's what an outside bar looks like when you're trading it on a 5-minute. It breaks the low, it comes back and breaks the high. Or it breaks the high and then breaks the low. So it's hard. It's very hard. Unless you're a reversal trader, it's very hard. So if you lost money on Apple today, no shame. Okay. Roku was another play. And like I said yesterday, guys, we knew it's going to gap down. That's totally fine. We know it's going to gap down. But with these gap downs on earnings, there's also great trading opportunities for the day trader. Okay. There's going to be great opportunities for the day trader. So there we go. So here we go. Boom. There we go. First 5-minute bar gap down. So what's the first play that we can do here? Opening range breakout, right? So we can do opening range breakout. That's a winner. Opening range breakout from here to here. That's 1-to-1 right there. That's a good play. So opening range breakout, you had a nice winner. Okay. Boom. We start to pull back. So what do? We start to pull back. What do? We have the Fibonacci from my book. This is the morning leg, low to high. See that? That's the morning leg. That's the morning Fibonacci leg. Do you see how perfectly we come back to the 786 and tag that one time? The algo is just sitting there. It's just sitting there. When we start pulling back here, algos have layers of entries: 50, 618, 786, 886, like that. And you see how this hammer comes in like this? This hammer coming in like this is a sign of an algorithm, because as soon as it tags it, it's boom, straight back up. As soon as it tags it, boom. That's not a regular retail. That's an algo. So basically what happened today, Roku is on everybody's watch list because it's gapping down. So the algorithm is in here. It lets the first 15 minutes close. And then from there, it takes the range of the first 15 minutes. And then from there, we measure using the fib. There's a 786. If we go to the 15-minute chart, actually, you'll be able to see this. See that? So you can see the high and the low of the 15-minute candle, pull back to the 786, and then the big push up. So very beautiful Fibonacci. Then what is this? So you missed the opening range breakout. You missed the Fibonacci. That's okay. What about this? Beautiful inside bar right there. Bam. That's it. You just take that inside bar. You have a tight risk. Entry here, stop right down here. You have a tight risk. Boom. That's 1.5-to-1 right there. Very, very clean. And let me just make sure that the robot called this out. Let's just make sure. Roku 950. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Then here we go. Boom. Extension. What did I say? 0.169. That's my custom extension. As soon as we tag it, reverse. You see this little reverse? As soon as we tag it, we get that little bit of reverse, because these are the levels that I've back tested, right? So here we go. This is what the algo is doing. Load up on 786, targets 0.169. That's a pure Fibonacci trade right there. Pure Fibonacci. Then, right, like after all these moves, I'm pretty much done. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time playing chop. Okay, because it's likely going to chop. And you see that. You see how we're going sideways for a while? That's the thing about trading, right? Is you got to pick your battles. But there is another leg here, a beautiful one, in terms of the Fibonacci. So remember in my book, we talk about the sequencing. So how do you sequence? So you go low to high. Okay, we tag the 786. We trade to the extension. Now what you can do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to draw the next leg from this low to high. Boom. And you see that? 618, beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wicks on the 618. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wicks on the 618. And that is showing buying pressure. Very, very beautiful. Right? And then here we go again. Okay. We're just running up here. We're tagging all the, notice when we tag the Fibonacci extensions, notice when we tag it, we pull back a bit. We tag it, we pull back a bit, because this is algorithm getting out of some of its position, right? And then look right here. Where's the final stop on the day? Right on the 272. Use these Fibonacci. Use these Fibonacci to get an edge. Make sure you use the Fibonacci. Okay? And if we want to look at something else, something very important, now, what about this? What about this? What about if we take the Fibonacci of the gap, right? This is another thing that I do. What if we take the Fibonacci from the gap? Look at this. See that? Do you see how beautifully the Fibonacci from the gap? This is the 786 of the gap. Look right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wicks again. See that? So right now I'm going to just turn off the stream because this is just too much. Like I didn't plan this. I don't plan this. I come here, I look at the price action, I can tell you. Make sure you have the Fibonacci on your chart. Make sure you do. It's going to help, even if you just trade inside bars, even if you just trade outside bars, it doesn't matter. Have it on your chart to help you with your targets. Okay? So I've got a big donation here, guys, from my brother right here. Sweat M with the 25. Boom. Thank you, brother. Really, really appreciate that. That just made my night. Thank you so much. So that's going to pay for the Denny's bill tonight, brother. So appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So, man, like so much opportunities. So let's say you played eBay, Roku, Apple. Okay. You're following the alerts. You take your plays. You get killed on Apple. You make your money on eBay and Roku. So let me ask you a very important question. If you're making 2-to-1 risk to reward, which means you're making on average $200 a trade and losing $100 on a trade, how many trades out of 100 do you need to win? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? 2-to-1 risk to reward. We take 100 trades. How much do we have to win? So 34, 34, 34, 34, 34. Exactly. So let me ask you a question. Even if you win 1 out of these 4, and if you manage it properly, you should either be break even, a tiny loser, or walk away with profit, a tiny bit of profit. If you win 2 out of 4, you're going to walk away with profit. If you win 3 out of 4, you're going to make more, even more. And if you win 4 out of 4, you won the jackpot. So it's not about picking a stock and making it, you trying to make it work. It's about what stock is going to work. Let it work. Pick multiple stocks. And if one doesn't work, you cut your losers and you move on to the next. Too many people in trading, they're in love with a certain stock. And they want the stock to do what they want it to do. But the stock does not care about who you are. It does not. You need to have zero emotions in trading. It's a business. We're doing a business here. It's not emotional. We're doing a business. And you have to remember 34 out of 100. Write it down on your wall. Write it down in your bedroom. 34 out of 100. That's all you need to remember. You can trade cup and handle, spoon and fork, J-Lo bottom, double top, double bottom, Fibonacci, inside bar, outside bar, Bollinger Band squeeze, MMM squeeze, money flow, order flow, hidden pivot. It does not matter. 34 out of 100. That's it. That should be the new strategy. 34 out of 100. Okay, let's move on. So hit me with 3 if you guys are good there. Let's move on. I still have to do the picks tonight. I didn't have any time. So we gotta wrap this one up soon. All right, here we go. Amazon. So let's run this. Boom, first 5-minute bar. Nice doji, right? Nice little doji. Opening range breakout is the first play. Okay, so there we go. So guys, don't think that this move from here to here can't make you money. Don't think that this move from here to here can't make you money. It can definitely make you good money. As long as you're managing your risk, as long as you're taking some targets, this move can make you good money. So that's a good opening range breakout. And then this is even better. Look right here. Let the first 5 minute bar close. Take the breakdown. That move from here to here, guys, at least 25% right there. That's good. Okay. And then let's extend the Fibonacci from the high to the low. And this is what I was expecting. Okay. So right there, 10% extension. This is a custom extension again that I use. Beautiful. Done. Okay. So you had two options here. You play the opening range breakout, you get that push down, okay? Or you play the reversal. And you guys already know how to play the reversal. You extend the Fibonacci. You can even wait for this doji candle to show you, to give you confidence, right? This inside bar a little bit later in the day is a little bit of a fake out, right? We break below, then we turn around. That's fine. And then pretty much after that, you got to be done, right? Yeah, you can definitely play shares on Amazon. Definitely. You don't have to do the options if the spread is too big. That's fine. So we got these nuts 007 with the 14.99. I should do these streams like at midnight every day. Seems like I get more viewers. Thank you very much, brother. Very much appreciate that. You guys are awesome with all the donations. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, so I want to look at SPY. And then I actually want to look at one of my swing trades. I did it really well on one of those. So go daily. Okay. So we're going to hit the market replay. Ooh, we got another donation. We got J Lamb right here with the 4.99. Thank you very much. You're number one. I really appreciate that. Thanks so much for the donation. You guys are killing it tonight. All right, so we had a holy grail. People ask me all the time, what is a holy grail? Like, what does that mean? What does a holy grail mean? Okay, I've explained it before. I'm going to explain it again. A holy grail is when we have an outside bar and then an inside bar. Why is that significant? It's significant because it's basically telling us that we've trapped both bulls and bears. An outside bar means we broke the high of the previous candle and the low of the previous candle. So obviously there's going to be traders taking the breakout of both sides. There's going to be traders that are now in a tough position because their stop losses can be hit. And then the other option, what happens right after that is we have an inside bar. So now anyone that actually took option plays are even in more trouble because they had one full day of decay, right? So basically, what does that mean? Basically, it means there's a potential for a move today. We had both sides trapped and we had an inside bar to decay some of those option premiums. So that's why I like the Holy Grail, because it's giving us a nice, this is what I said. What did I say earlier? Prerequisite, screener. We're screening before we come to the market, okay? And then I know that Apple opened inside first, right? So let's play, okay? Oh, okay. I don't know why it does that, man. Anyways, so what are the plays that we have here on Apple? I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, guys. Like, it's just insane, really insane. Look at this. First 5 minute bar, opening range breakout, take the break right there. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. Sorry, SPY. Why am I saying Apple? SPY. First 5 minute bar, take that opening range breakout, keep your stop at the low of the day. That's it. That's all you have to do. You take it, you scale out near the end of the day, you hold some into tomorrow in case we get a gap up. That's it. That's it. Very, very simple. Okay. You miss opening range breakout, no problem. Inside bar right here. Take the break above. Stop is here. You're still in the play. Another inside bar. This one, boom. You had this entry. You had this entry. You had this entry. You had 3 entries. If you missed every entry, no problem. We get the Fibonacci. We take the morning leg from my book right there. Low to high. Right there. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. Comes to the 50. Has your little doji. Take that. Okay. And then again, we test the 50 later in the day. Beautiful. Just amazing. SPY is where I started and I really made most of my earnings, and I'll never forget SPY, even though I trade a lot of stocks these days. And that's why I have this channel right here, SPY Bot Alerts. That's never going to go away. We had inside bars on the 5, the 15, and I also do 30-minute and 60-minute on this alert bot. So very good. We got 499 here from my brother RT underscore. Let's pull them up here. I was afraid trading options. Now they're all I trade. Thanks to your knowledge. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, like there's nothing to be scared of. As long as you're managing your money. If you put in $100 into an option, you have a $100,000 account. It doesn't matter. If you put $100 into an option and you have a $200 account, then there's a problem. If you have a $200 account, there's a bigger problem. You probably shouldn't be trading. You shouldn't because there's a high risk you're going to lose it. You need enough capital so you can spread it out. And if you don't have enough capital and you can't spread it out, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that you can put in $500 is going to be $5,000. I'm not going to do that. There's a lot of people that do that. So it's not going to be me. What I'm going to suggest you do is get off your ass and work, save your money, save it up. Don't spend it stupidly until you have a good amount of cash to trade the market. That's my advice. That's what I did. And I don't advise anyone to go in debt and all that. Don't do any of that. Work for your money, save it up, come to the market. You have a 5K account, and if you're having trouble with option sizing, then do micro future contracts. I explained this to you guys already. I have a whole video on that. Do micro future contracts. Okay? It's $5 a point. Like you can trade properly, you have enough size, all that. Okay? So let's talk about the swing. So I took this swing here, guys, on Square. So Square was a high risk one. And I knew that going into it. So I just took it personally for my own account. I didn't even share it in my private room because I just knew that it was going to be a roller coaster. So I want to talk to you guys about the importance of following your plan. Okay. So this is what interests me on Square. We had a double holy grail. We had an outside, inside, outside, inside. Very rare pattern. You're not going to see that on this chart. There's no time in history that Square had a double holy grail. This is the first time. So when we have a double holy grail pattern, we have a holy grail plus a holy grail. We call that, what do we call that? Genesis. We have two holy grails combined equals Genesis. So now let's go to the daily chart so we could watch how this happened. Okay, so you guys see this red line right here. So you see this white line right here. This was my entry, this white line. Okay, so this white line here was my entry. And I also had another entry over here. So these are my entries. So basically what I did right here, took the breakout. Okay, so we got filled here. We had a few days of running up. Everything was looking good. And then guess what happened? You guys won't know this. Right here, I'm not gonna lie to you. Right here, everybody on FinTwit started talking about Square. Everybody was like, Square is going to the moon. It's gonna do this. It's gonna do that. And I started to get really nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Anytime I'm in a position and I see FinTwit talking about the position, I get really nervous because I know 65% of the time the opposite is gonna happen. Because I don't know if people are doing it so that they can make money off of you. Like they're lying and saying it's going to go to the moon when they're really shorting it. I don't know if that's happening, but I suspect some of that is. So anytime I'm in a swing position and I see the FinTwit community starting to pump it, I get nervous. And we had all this pullback, but here's the thing in Square. I put in 100% risk. So I have August 20th calls. So I put in 100% risk. Whatever I put in, I'm willing to lose. So there's no point for me to panic when this is coming, because if it has to go to zero, it has to go to zero. I'm okay with that because I know what I put in, I could lose. And then I sat through all of this. We had that big push, boom, 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 and another push today, and looking great. Okay, so it's looking good right now. See, these are like some of these lottos that I play that I want to hold it until the end. And the average price that I got in was at $12.11 for the August 20th 250 calls. And right now those are at 33.42. Okay. So basically a 3x. I really want to go further, 5x, 10x. Let's see what I can do here. But yeah. So that's the swing that I wanted to tell you guys about. And basically it's like it starts from the higher time frames for me, right? Whenever I'm taking a swing, it starts from the higher time frames. Look at this. All of this consolidation is telling me two things. It's telling me that the option premiums are going to be at a good price, and it's also telling me that it's ready to rock and roll. So Yassine says, what makes you not sell near 265? I don't care about the this is a lotto. This is a lotto for me. This is a lotto for me. So basically I'm gonna hold it as close to August 20th as I can, because what I see in the potential for Square, I don't see resistance. I don't see resistance when I trade. What I see when I take my plays is that we can break into new all-time highs and have a squeeze. I do not see resistance at all. I don't look at resistance in trading. Never. Because the upside potential, what is the upside potential? What do you guys think? If Square goes and breaks through the all-time high and squeezes, how much money am I going to make? Maybe I'm going to make 5 to 10 times. So if I put in $1,000, I can walk away with 10K. That's the way I trade, because if I hit that once or twice on these lottos, then I can lose the next 9 trades and still make money. But if I'm constantly being worried about trading into resistance, I'll never be in the trade in order to get those big runners. See what I'm saying, guys? Thank you, Yassine. That's a great question, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people were thinking that too. So hit me with the one if you guys understand that philosophy. That's my lottery philosophy. That's my lotto philosophy. That's not my philosophy for swing trades in general or day trading. But when it comes to lotto, if I'm going for a lotto, it's either 0 or 100. Well, in this case, 1,000. Right? So you have to understand what you're doing. Is this a lotto? Is this a swing trade? Is this a day trade? And then once you have enough cushion, so I'm up 3x right now. Now that I have enough cushion, at the very, very minimum, my stop loss is going to be at break even. At the very minimum, because I'm not going to let a 3x become a loser. That's 100% for sure. So now I'm comfortable to put the stop to break even, and let's see what happens. Okay, but when I swing trade in the private room, guys, when I'm swing trading, it's mechanical. I have targets at 1 times, 1.2, 1.5, 1.75, 2 times, etc. Right? So let me give you an example of that. Look at Oracle today. So here's Oracle. So this was the exact entry and exit that we took in Oracle right here. So here was the entry. So we entered Oracle at $88.55 with a stop at $87.39. So let me walk you through this. Let's go to the hour. See if I can bring this over. Okay, let's zoom in. This is the trade. So here we go. So we're taking the weekly breakout on Oracle, right? We got in right here. We had a big, beautiful candle fill us. And then look at this, okay? Watch closely. Hold on a sec. Let me bring this closer. Watch very closely. So this is a swing trade for me. This is not a lotto pick, right? Now watch this. 1-to-1 is the first target. This is where we start scaling. Okay, or if we're doing options, we can do a partial right around the 35% mark. From there, the next target is 1.25. Okay, scale out a little bit more. When I get to anywhere above like this, above 1, then the stop loss goes to break even. That's all mechanical. That's all mechanical. So I just program the broker to do that. And then check this out. We get to right around 1.7 and we just collapse. Right? We just collapse. And this is the point of scaling up. Right? So by the time I get up here, I've already scaled out more than half the position. So whatever happens, stop losses at break even on the rest, I don't even care. That's how you do if you want to do a mechanical approach, that's what you do. But like these candles can happen at any time. You have to understand that this sell-off can happen anytime, right? So for the options, we did hold on, to go back in the broker. We did August 20th, 90 calls. We took them up to $1.66 from $1.12. So we didn't get like a double or anything, but still decent. So that's acceptable. When you set the entry price on the underlying, where does it fill you within the option bid to ask? It depends. If you put a market order, it'll fill you at the market. If you do a limit, it'll fill you at the limit, which you have to set ahead of time. So I like to fill me automatically at the market so that I don't get any slippage. But some people will wait for it to break and then come in and then take a limit. But if you can see here on this chart, if I don't have my underlying order to fill me at the market price, I'm not getting into the play because it moves so quickly past the trigger that you need to have something called a stop limit for shares, and you need to have a conditional order for the options. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. All right, so we're at 42 minutes. I had a great time. Thank you so much for all the donations, but I got to get back to work and we got to get the picks out today and get those. I didn't post my Lotto Friday and it's already Friday. So anyways, I'm going to go and get that done. And thank you all for being here. It's been my pleasure as usual. And we're going to wrap it up here and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Okay. So take care. Have a great night. And for those of you who were asking about the books and stuff, so I was driving, so I didn't have a chance to send it to you guys, but I'll send it out before I go to sleep tonight. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.